Hey, the well-met friends! Ending here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we were trying to defeat the Agmirum scouts, who were going to, scout and search for the ring, and we can't let that happen. Alright. Silly scouts, you're so dead. Alright. Now we need to go once more and talk with Candelith, and learn of what is next to be done. Alright, Candelith.
What can I do for you?
You have done your part, but I must confess that my list of possible hiding places for the ring Narquil is very short. I will tell you of them, and let you judge for yourself if they seem to be reasonable to you. Let's see if this is any better. Yeah, it actually is.
Mind my words, traveller.
Certain places within the woods and crags of Talbrunnen have an unsavory air. Few travels that pass by them oft report an unsettling feeling, a troubling disquiet. This in itself is not unusual, for the land remembers many things that we have forgotten, and makes such memories known to us, though we recognize them not. But to learn that such a relic of evil as the ring by which the champion of Angmar knew her greatest strength could lie hidden within these woods, it would explain much. Look to the southeast. Do you see the stonework within the narrow pass through the rocks? That place is called Delosad, and it is a ruin of which I know little. Of elven make it is, but the air is heavy all about it. Look for Muildir by the narrow pass to Delsad, and he will tell you if he has seen anything of note. The other site I have in mind is Erin Singor, a den of wood trolls in the northwest Talbrunnen. The creatures grow from saplings in the wooded and watery grove, and it is therefore rarely troubled by outsiders. Might Narquil lie within the reedy beds, or buried in the mud of Errol Singor, or the depths of Bare Tekjir beneath it? One of my scouts, Levanthir, has studied the ways of the wood trolls. Look for him outside the entrance to Erin Singor. When Muldir and Levanthir have given you what aid they can, return to me with Narquil or with any information about its location which you have learned, and we can decide our next course. Alright, time to party. Here we go, and death. Yep. Not surprising. But that's okay. Now we are much farther from our goal. See how that works? Alright, let's go first to the location that she spoke of. Alright, here I am, Levanthir.
Mind my words, traveller.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Staftang, but it must be an urgent errand to bring you this far into the wild. I must confess to you that I have seen no sign of this ring you seek, but the wood trolls make lengthy exploration difficult. There is an unsavory air about this place, and the presence of an evil relic might serve as an explanation for it. There is a cave beneath Erin Singor, called Bari Terchith. I believe that the unpleasant air that hangs over the lands here comes from that cave. It must be searched for any sign of Narquil. This will be no simple feat, for the cave is home of the Dag Tashkakur, children of the Tashaka, who ruled the wood trolls of the north for a time. Look for them in the deepest chambers of Barry Tertier, and determine if Narquil rests within one of their chambers. Hinder too any Agmirum that you see searching the cave, and return to me when you have plumbed the deepest chambers and slain Dag Tashkaku. Perhaps you will return with Narquil, and the search will be at its end. I doubt that, my friend, I doubt that indeed. Alright, let's head up to this cave. Alright, here we are at the cave. Could this be the end to our search for Narquil? Or is it just another wild goose chase that they're sending us on? With no real knowledge. Let's hope for the first. Come here, Agmium Scout. You don't deserve to live. Seriously, you don't deserve to live. Alright, let's proceed through this cave. We must get through here as fast as possible. But still searching very deeply to hopefully find this ring. Suppose I don't really need to kill these. There's a branching path here, but I guess that's either below or above. Lots of wood trolls in this cave. Alright. More wood trolls. There are so many. And Hairball's killing every single one. Ah. No sign of Narquil's presence. You foul wood troll. There we go. One defeated. Now we just need to find number 2. Now time to find the final... Oh, hello. You are so dead, my friend. And by friend, I mean enemy. Excuse me. Oh. You stunned us both. Alright, that's enough out of you. Now we've killed both. Time to return to our elf. Alright, Laventhia.
How can I be of service?
You have found no sign of Narquil? I am sorry, Stapdang, but we may take comfort from this. The Angmirum still search the cave, but we know it is not to be found within, unless you missed a spot. May their learning of this fact be slow. I am pleased that you have defeated the Dragtashkakur, for no good could come from their continual growth. Tashaka himself caused a great deal of turmoil in Talbrunnen before he found his way northward, and his children would likely do the same. I'm sorry your search here proved fruitless. Did Candelis suggest any other likely sites? Why, yes, she did. As if I need a reminder from an elf that she mentioned other places. Goodness, let's head to Delosad and learn of what is to be done next. Alright, Mildor, what do you know?
Will you hear my sorrows?
I'm pleased to meet you, Stapdang. I saw you standing with Candelith from afar, as my elf eyes saw, but I do not think you saw my distant greeting, since you don't have elf eyes. The Angmirum came to Delosad immediately after they arrived, but as far as I know, they did not gain access to the deep places of the ruins. Their efforts to open the door frustrated, they soon moved on to other parts of Talbrunnen. You should ensure that the door is still secure. It has been for as long as I have known it, and it will be a comfort to know that the Agmirum did not breach it. And if you would, Stafdeng, defeat some of the Agmirum that have invaded, they have moved their search to other ruins that are scattered throughout Talbrunnen. This is not a place for Agmirum, and I would have them cast out, if I could. But I'm just an elf. Can't really do much at all, really. It's quite sad. But you should head to make sure that the door is locked in Delosad. Alright, this is one of my favorite places in all of Middle-earth, definitely in the Trollshaws. It's just a really cool place that it turns dark and all dreary, and yet it's still open to the outside world. Alright. The door looks secure. The Agmium have not forced it open. Alright, well that is good news, I suppose. Let's head back and talk with that elf. Alright, buddy.
A shadow is on
The
my
door is
spirit.
secure. I am glad to hear it. Though it means we are no nearer to learning if Narquil is hidden somewhere behind it. The key to that door has surely been lost to time, and I do not doubt that if the Agmirum believe Narquil does lie within Delosad, they will seek to force the door open before long. Did Candelith give you any other sites to search for clues? The door of Delosad may purchase us some time in which to find Narquil, if it is hidden at some other location in Talbrunnen. If it is within Delosad, though, I must admit that I am at a loss. Even if we could somehow gain entrance to the sealed ruins, how could we remove Narquil without alerting the Agmirum, who patrol Talbrunnen? A just question indeed. One that we must find the answer, but first we must return once more to Candelith. Alright, Candelith.
What can I do for you?
Do not give up, Stafdeng. I had thought Narquil might have been the cause of the troubling disquiet that hangs over Eredsingor and Delosad, but it was only a guess. Perhaps the ring does not lie deep within Delosad, with no way to gain access to the ruined halls without also allowing in the Agmirum. We must trust to the locked door to delay them, while we search elsewhere. But listen, another avenue of search may have opened up to us.
Stay a moment.
I've been focusing on places around which travelers and my scouts have reported sensations of uneasiness and upset stomach, and, after taking a Pepto-Bismol, disquiet. Search as the wood troll grove of Eredsingor, or the elf ruins of Delosad. But that is only because it was an avenue I felt was open to us. The Agmirum have also been climbing the elf ruins throughout Talbrunnen, and until a few hours ago I assumed this was because they had some information we did not. And yet, if this was so, why would they not focus on one place? If they knew Narquil to be hidden within Delosad, would they not devote all their efforts upon it? I am sure they would, and yet they did not. Which tells me that the Agmirum do not know the location of Narquil any more than we, or they're very bad at following Amathiel's orders. One of my scouts, Idhiranith, encountered a small company of Agmirum near the burnt-out remains of a cottage not far to the northeast of Eked Candelith. The Crumbled Cellar, it is called. She defeated the Agmirum and sent word to me asking if I knew any reason why should an interest in such a trivial place. The answer is clear. They are searching everything they can in the hope that they find a clue, just as we have done, Stapdang. I want you to speak with Adheraneth, and learn what you may. Elf names are so hard to pronounce. Like, really, they should just have a pronunciation guide with every single elf name in this game, and I'd be so much better. But I guess you're just supposed to read it in your head. But I say nay, we shall go and read it aloud. Alright, the cellar's not too far from here. Oh, but it is a long way down. Whoa, that was close. Alright, close to death. Oh, this is too far. Never mind. That was close, though. Alright, we're nearly to the cellar around this corner. And straight ahead. Alright, here we go.
What do you need?
Candelith has told me the tale, Stapdang. Do you really think that Narquil or some evidence to its location might be hidden in Talbrunnen? A small company of Agmium was shifting through the debris of the cottage across the water over there. It is called the Crumbled Cellar, by Garbilt and Afanen, who lived down the river. But I think it burned to the ground before Garbert's time. You should search through the rubble. I cannot imagine you will find anything of use, but if the Agmirum thought it worth searching... Yes, we must go quickly to this cottage, at least as quickly as we can swim. Alright, we not a strong swimmer, but good enough. Alright, let's see what we have here. There's a lot of debris here. You search through some of the debris and find nothing. And again, nothing. And still you search long and hard, looking for just one sign of some thing that might find something. You find a rotted diary among the debris, but it still appears readable, connected. The rotted diary. The cover of this journal has been given in to rot, but you can just make out the notation. S. Oakheart. The first 20 pages are damaged by the damp, and are illegible, but you can just make out some writing in a cramped hand halfway down one of the discolored pages. Weather today was grey and cloudy, giving the way to rain in the afternoon. Brought 2 chickens to share with L, but his spirits were low, and I think the food brought him no joy. Understandable, of course, keeping N with the walls of Sithad must be great sorrow to harm. The next several pages are ineligible, and some leaves are torn and missing. Told me today of my predecessors. The long lives of elves are a wonder to me. And he spoke with distressing honesty of his reason for choosing N's keepers from among my kind, and not of the Eldar. His own people would disapprove, but more than he desired no one caretaker to be near the end for so long. The short lives of men better suited his purposes. I thought this rude, but he did not seem to notice. Oh, Sarah, you are old enough to know not to take it amiss. You have heard it all, certainly. But by helping... The next page is missing, and when the text resumes, the ink is smudged, and the hand messier than before. Its writer was apparently in a hurry. is missing, and El fears the worst. I will carry out his wishes by breaking the keys to Sithad. The stones of Tarbunin are heavy, and will serve, and hiding them. I will not tell the elf where they lie, but I record it here if there be a need, to hide it from the eyes of... Several lines are smudged and missing. Must stand at the stairs of Sithad, looking out towards the entrance. Turn to the left and walk forward to the wall, and then turn right, and follow the curve until you see 4 pillars. Through 2 pillars, walk between the 2, and look to the right of the 4. I will leave the key always in the shade. El fears for me, but I will be fine. I am not called Elkhart for naught, and he tells me I guarded N for longer than any other. I have nothing to fear. The rest of the diary is blank. What could that possibly mean? A whole lot of nothing. Well, let's talk once more with the elf and see if she can make any use of it.
Megavonen.
You found this diary among the ruins of the crumbled cellar, Staffang? It is probably nothing, but I will see if I can learn anything from its pages. The name of this diary's owner is familiar to me, and fills me with dread. Did not Amathiel use the name Sarah Oakheart as she travelled on her fell errands through the wild? And yet look here, upon the cover. It is barely legible, but it can be made out. Sarah Oakheart. You must bring this diary to Candela, Staffang. This might be the clue for which we have sought. Alright, well thank you guys so much for watching. When we return, we'll bring the diary to Candelith and learn of what is to be done next, in order to hopefully find the ring Narquil before Amathiel, and save all of Eriador from certain doom. Till next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. PVMP and Dang. Subscribe.